Hi, I'm Ava. As always, let's just get into it. Take a deep breath, take a drink of water, light something up. As you can tell by our background, we're in a campground. Sometimes you don't get peace and quiet or a nice, perfect space to be able to do this kind of work, so just try to center yourself as much as possible. Look up at the trees if you have them. Stare at a pretty flower and bush. Center your mind. Ask your question. I myself am looking for something and starting something this July. I feel that this collective is also probably doing something similar. I have a journal for my own personal card readings. I recommend you do the same. And I honestly believe that these do count as readings for you. You could say that the gods / whatever energies you believe in can easily work with an algorithm as well as playing cards that are mass produced, you know? I know. Oh my gosh. This one jumped right out at me. Potion, invigoration, and empowerment. So this card is representing the start of something. So you have maybe potentially been feeling a little bit, just going through the same day-to-day stuff as per everyone. Most of us are just kind of in survival mode, getting through work, getting through side jobs after work, getting through so much, and it feels like sometimes there's like no end. So really you just have to think about things in a new way, and that's what this card is, giving you new ideas, perhaps even just a way of being internally and emotionally that helps balance you out to be able to continue dealing with the day-to-day stuff, because most of the time it's not just to be able to change circumstances, it is something that you have to work at, right? This is really giving you the empowerment to step into your own shoes and really just do everything with intention. It feels very silly, but most of magic is simply just thinking, okay, this is what I want lighting this candle to be and mean. And then it is. You can do that with basically anything. You can make your morning coffee with intention. You can take your morning shower with intention. I've found that within my past, especially month, genuinely, of emotional intelligence and just kind of getting to a space of really wanting to actually connect with the camera spiritually instead of just using this as a personal tool for regulating myself and living with a chronic illness and having my body be out of my own control sometimes. That genuinely just thinking with intention, it feels very silly, but when you get to a certain level of and this comes with maybe getting a little bit more sleep at night, maybe eating a little bit better, getting a bunch of veggies in, eating a lot of protein, balancing yourself out in many other ways than just spiritually, giving yourself of just the intention of living spiritually and for yourself, even while life is sometimes really tough, really can change everything. I find that a lot of the time my brain just kind of has a constant TV noise if I'm not directly thinking about something, and maybe that comes with ADHD and being a little unmedicated right now. You do have to kind of just zero in and be no, I am just taking a shower, making my tea, doing whatever. I can be thinking about other things, but really it should be kind of intentional. Is there something I need to be thinking about? Is there honestly not? And this is just a small moment of rest for me, and it's okay to just and enjoy what's in front of me. A lot of meditation is just simply being in the moment, and that's very important and intentional. I hope you are inspired to be more in the moment. Let's see what other messages are had, and I will stop babbling. What other messages do you have for us today? And a few more jumped out at me. We have Sage, Wisdom, Purification, and Harmony. So this card is a reminder that you actually have a lot more just intuitive wisdom about daily life and other things than you would expect. So many things in our day-to-day don't tend to make sense until maybe a few days later and other information falls into place. Most things, though, you can find that almost every action that happens is something that can be learned from, something that can be, again, thought about with intention and thus turned into a learning moment. It is a very difficult process to become emotionally intelligent, but genuinely it is incredibly necessary to be able to have really intense emotional connections and be a full true human instead of just kind of going through life experiencing emotions and not really knowing how to deal with them, or worse, like most of us, having chronic illnesses that thus impact your body and make you kind of unable to deal with the emotions because it's all tied up into pain and other stuff. So meditation is really important in that, and also finding wisdom in just your day-to-day things. The Sage card reminds you that insight can appear from unlikely sources. Being in harmony within your environment allows you to receive messages and act on them more easily than if you're living in discord. Listening can bring balance, and purification can remove obstacles that you didn't even really know that were obstacles preventing you in the future. Sometimes it genuinely is like a matter of mental clarity and clearing things out. A lot of us tend to learn ways and tendencies and pathways that worked at some point in life, and maybe were necessary survival skills then, but aren't necessarily beneficial now with where we're at. So it's really a matter of like taking stock of where we're at now in life, what we're working with. You do genuinely have a lot of love and care and support regardless of where you're at. Even when I was the most homeless and broke possible, I knew that we were going to be okay, and genuinely you will be. Things will be okay. You just have to kind of figure out what the right next steps are for you and look around with different eyes. And the next card is lavender, which is tranquility, kindness, and self-care. So this one is really important. When you are going through this process of kind of opening up emotionally with yourself, taking a more closer look at your thoughts, it can kind of be scary and a little uncomfortable, usually is. And that is a necessary thing, and it's also very necessary that you come at it with kindness with yourself. So if you were teaching, say, your child, if regardless if you have one or not, you would want to be as kind as possible because they are learning everything for the first time. You might have learned something for the first time the wrong way because you either taught yourself because you weren't taught right, or because things happen and that's just the way that you respond to certain things now. That's usually just what happens. When you're taking a really close look at your thought patterns, or perhaps the things that you say or do when you're interacting with other people, or perhaps your online habits of if you're like a frequent hate commenter, a lot of those things, just taking a harsher look at that really does make you like it can bring out some just negative things that you are like not super pleased to look at, but it is necessary to be kind to yourself and take care of yourself through that process. This also comes just in general. We tend to be incredibly hard on ourselves just during day to day. We want ourselves to be superheroes because we don't have enough time in the day to be able to get everything that we need done. It really is important to just take a moment to be kind to yourself and do whatever you need to do, whether that's, taking an extra long shower, eating some ice cream, just getting some quiet time to yourself, maybe going and getting some oracle cards so you can do some meditation. I find that I genuinely need to meditate every single day now. I need to meditate, I need to do face massages, I need to do whole body massages, I need to do my yoga. I have to do a lot of things before my heart rate calms down, before I'm able to be mentally present and in the moment. And if I don't do one of those things, it's really hard for me to be able to be a person. Obviously that's coming from someone with just like a chronically ill perspective, but for anyone, regardless of if you have a chronic illness diagnosed or not, you do just have to take a step back and be much kinder to yourself. People think that they can keep going at full-blown, full speed forever. But ultimately, you want to be able to enjoy life regardless of what you're going through. And also you can be the best you for yourself and other people if you're taken care of. So again, more sleep, eating better, going outside and going on walks genuinely is really big. Moving your body in any way. All of these things are very basic things that you hear a million times, but genuinely once you do incorporate them in your life, they are so huge. It is absolutely and completely changing. Let's ask for one more card from this deck just to kind of symbolize wrapping up our thoughts with it before we move on to something else. And the last one is altar. How fitting. Right? So this is gratitude and releasing burdens. So this card is asking what isn't serving you and what can be released into the universe so you and it can move on. It's really important for making time and space in your life to connecting with spirit, connecting with whatever energies you personally believe in. Humans are spiritual creatures at heart, and it's important that you allow yourself to be that and influence what you do. Again, meditation is very important. Also, you need to look at your challenges very upfront. There might be something that you need to release into the universe in order to grow and flourish, or a burden that you need to surrender so that you can move forward. The altar can help. Take stock of what you are grateful for. Think about what you can offer nature or spirit to share your blessings. So again, is there something that you can maybe think about or do differently? Is there maybe a project that you're starting because you're letting go of something else, and this is a good time to be able to try something new and maybe put less but better energy towards it? I don't know, what are your thoughts? Definitely leave them in the comments too. I want this to be like a space where you can talk about literally anything and yap. I might not always be able to like respond with like massive paragraphs, but know that like I read them and I'll also like be chatting back with you. This is my first video, so like sorry for being extra blabby while I read. Definitely let me know if you like more of the like personal anecdotes during reading, because I can do more of the impersonal stuff too, but I figured that like if I'm gonna do this, I might as well do it as myself, right? With my personal intuition and all of this other stuff. That's what the cards have been saying to me personally, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, I truly am feeling the quantum oracle time. So I feel that we have a message, especially about just something coming and happening. So the quantum oracle is really nice on just like narrowing that down. So what do you think? What do you think? What do we have to look forward to? What do we have happening within this coming, let's say, month of July? Okay, one card coming out. The vast universe. Okay, so this is a really amazing card. This is saying that you are opening yourself up to the divine energy and consciousness of the universe. So this is like you and I both, honestly, our connection in doing this, you watching this, me making this, we are connecting with this spirit and energy in a way that neither of us really have before. This card is really saying that you are the co-creator of your own reality. So it is really important that when you are thinking about what you want, when you're thinking in your day-to-day, when you are doing things, you are really putting out what you want into this world. What do you want? What do you want to happen? Think kindly about yourself. Think kindly about other people and the situations that you're in, but also don't be afraid to like do what's best for you. Literally everything, the opportunity, amazing connections awaits. This is a hugely amazing card saying like this power has always been available to you, but like you allowing it to actually do its thing, it's huge. This is actually like, this is going to be the life-changing thing that you have been waiting for and wishing for and asking for, just like me. What else? What other messages do you have for us today? What do we need to know? What do we need to hear? What do we need to look forward to the rest of the month of July? We've got, you know, half of the month left, which doesn't seem like much, but it really is. Okay, so I got a big pile of cards, which this is always how this deck personally communicates with me. I tend to get a big reading at once. So let's go one by one, but let's start out with your higher self. So this is really in combined with spirit. It just truly makes sense. It is the second spirit card. This is your higher self, your sacred lifeline. This is your true self, your lifeline to truth, higher consciousness, and timeless connections. Meditate on your soul's identity to gain all of the understanding that you need and all of the solutions that you seek. Your soul is clearing the way for profound blessings to come, so let this sacred self guide you. As you do, you'll begin to notice magical happenings in your life. So this is really telling you that like meditating on what you truly want and desire in this life, you only get one. You like and regardless if you believe in other things, you should make this one count. You should be your best self now and trying to be your best self now instead of waiting for a potential future, right? Doing everything you can starting today, even if that's really hard and even if it just means taking a nap. Big. This is starting right now for you. Things are going to change because of this profound change in you. The next card is the loving man. Okay, so on like a purely practical level, this could be a new romantic partner coming into your life. This doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a man, just masculine energy. Tender-hearted masculine energy is a really big one with this one. So it might be a new person, it might be your current partner and just deepening love. Truly becoming more emotionally intelligent and able to communicate better does just mean you can love better and be loved better. You can communicate what you need, they can communicate what they need. It's just a better positive experience, right? Alder and I have always been really amazing, but I mean, it's been really incredible to talk about like my mental limitations when I was sick without feeling inherently guilty at this point, because that's something that I have emotionally let go. And something that I know that isn't ever held against me, because my partner just loved and supported me regardless of what I was going through. And perhaps this is also just a representation of deepening love for you. Perhaps it is in fact a romantic partner connection. For me, hopefully both. Next is also another kindred partnership card. So very funny. On both of these, I have to say that this really does probably look like someone new coming into your life, or just a really incredible good connection with your current partner. Perhaps you're going to meet a really good friend. For women, maybe you're going to meet someone who really is just, you know, you're like a true kindred spirit. For me, I hope this card means that we're going to meet our person, our future wife. I hope, my God. My cards have been telling me that it's going to happen this July, and I truly believe that that is going to be the case. The next card is upright deserving. So this card is representing your true worthiness. This is saying that you want something, and what you want is about to line up for you, and you need to be mentally ready and emotionally ready and know that you are deserving when it happens. If this is a new romantic partner for you, if this is your romantic partnership getting deeper, perhaps gaining a new person, who knows, whatever, this is so important that you need to know that you deserve this. You are ready for it. You will meet challenges, but you will be able to turn them into learning experiences and grow from them. There is no such thing as just like smooth sailing forever. You will always meet more challenges in life, but it's a matter of mindset, of being able to know that you will handle it, and you are deserving. You are deserving of this new life. You are deserving of these good things. Okay, so we have our first upside down card in this poll, which is super interesting because it's the conflict card. So the conflict card is upside down, representing that the time of conflict has passed. Breathe a sigh of relief. This card reversed indicates that things are finally settling down. The seas are calming and the conflict is coming to an end. The tranquil resolution may be happening organically, naturally shifting situations in people's attitudes, or it may be in response to your own inner energy of peaceful self-empowerment. Remain centered and let yourself float through this tranquil time with clarity and appreciation. Know that through the power of vagaries in life, you always have the power to remain conscious, calm, and self-directed. So enjoy the gentle breeze of happiness and peace that are coming your way. That's such a boding well card. Okay, and then the other last card that we have in this poll is also an upside down card, and it's the loss card. So it's really interesting that these are together, because this is both saying, they're both event cards as well. These are both saying that, you know, in the reverse, the sailboat is floating back to the man. This indicates an old loss returning, or being replaced by something new. So a period of sadness or limitation is coming to an end. Your life is opening up to more joyous connections and achievements, and those ones are going to be even more wonderful than the things that you have lost. On an energetic level, there's something that you need to remember. If an old love, old job, something old is coming back to you, you must approach this renewal with an honoring heart. Make sure to work on the issues that were problematic the first time around. You deserve harmony and honoring your life. And if you find yourself attracting something or someone new, never forget that you deserve the best. The universe is abundant and ready to make your dreams come true. Open your heart to the life and wonders on your way to you now. And also make sure that when you are thinking about this person, what you want, you're thinking about what you truly want, not just what would be, you know, good or best for someone else's desire for your life, what you truly want, because the universe will give you what you are thinking about, and it might not be the right person if you are not right. So that is very, very, very important. You need to be right. You will know it. Should we do one more card? I think we should do one more card. One more card to end off on. What do we think? This one? Okay. Our last one that we're ending off on is people, which is professional assistance. Okay, so this card is representing expert support. They're saying that either something in your life needs expert support, so either potentially going to a doctor for something, if you're starting out on a new business venture or something, finding someone who can maybe help you. This could be a purely practical thing of like you're being drawn to a new professional capacity, you're being drawn to a new capacity in some sort to be life-changing. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to seek help in it. It just might represent like a big change for you. For me, this represents making these videos. For you, it might represent something completely different, and maybe hopefully what you're inspired by in watching this. So thank you guys so much for being here. So I have this magical spell card deck that I really like, and it has spells on the cards as well. So I figured that we would just do like one poll at the end of every one of my videos, and I would read out the spell to you, so you could do that if you would like. Spells are really nice because, you know, a physical manifestation of your desires. So you're putting something you need / want into the world, and it's very good for you getting what you truly want instead of just continuing on the day-to-day. So this is the peace card. If this spell is chosen you, please devote yourself to casting this spell with sincerity and wholehearted dedication to the creation of peace. In this way, the universe will be able to show you how to access the path to peace each day within all situations. So for the peace spell, you will need a candle and a lemon balm plant. We actually have one, how ironic. If you cannot find the lemon balm, rosemary or lavender or aloe will also work wonderfully. Go to your altar and visualize a circle of clear white light all around you, strong and true. Light your candle. As the candle burns, stare into the flame and feel that flame burning through any of the conflicts that have taken within your life. This sacred flame will purify the toxins of discord. Visualize the flame moving throughout your body, your own internal energy right into your heart. Let its flame burn away the conflict, but essentially let it remove the discord within you. There will always be troubles throughout the world and even within families and homes, but there can be a deep place within you, a sacred place where this flame of peace burns. Chant, Bridget, Goddess, and your sacred name, a light within me in peace's flame, and by the power of 3 by 3, as so I do will, so mote it be. When you have truly felt this, thank Bridget. Blow out your candle of peace, then take the lemon balm plant and plant it near your front door, or if you can't plant it, just have it in a pot. We have it in a pot. Return to your altar and allow the circle of white light to shimmer and be reabsorbed into the universe, creating peace within the world, but most importantly, within you. Anytime you feel shaken or feel discord within that is not helpful or being acted upon in healthy ways, take this candle, light it, and chant those words until peace comes again. And blessed be. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is probably going to be my longest video, not going to lie, because like this is my first one and I'm a yapper. I hope you guys like this. Like I feel like I can just be so much more personal, honestly, because like I've been in a rut on YouTube videos because I've desperately wanted to. Like honestly, YouTube videos are much more of my passion than like anything else I do content wise. Wink wink. But it is really difficult when I like have to post like 8 videos a day, and I have done that every single day since November of last year. So it's kind of crazy to think about. It's just a large amount of content that I'm producing. So this is really nice to be able to kind of like center myself and feel good about content as well, because really like, you know, this is very productive for me, but also like I hope that it's so productive for you. I've been so like grateful for the amount of people who have left me so many kind comments, constantly just saying that like they've been inspired by me somehow because of being just like a chronically ill creator, or someone who has like, you know, gone through being homeless and is where I am now, of like kind of getting to just enjoy bus life and not really worry about finances or about anything else, and just like save up slowly. I have just been so grateful for the amount of people who've been really like, who've described how inspired they've been, specifically that they've gone out and started something because of it. Like honestly, I'm not unique. You can absolutely become a content creator. It's hard to post 8 videos a day, but it's not harder than a normal job, I'll tell you that. Because like that's why I'm doing it, you know. I'm just so insanely grateful to each and every one of you, because you know I didn't really expect to like super inspire anybody when I started this journey. Like I mean, I just honestly hoped to make a little bit of cash. And then we very much did that. We paid off our debt. We're no longer, well, I mean, like, we're technically legally homeless, but like we have an address, we have car insurance, we've had car insurance this whole time. What are you, cop? Anyways, I don't know, just like so many things, literally so many things that are just so positive. And I'm so grateful just to be here and like have the time in my day to make silly little YouTube videos, you know? Like I have a new phone that I'm recording on. I don't have to worry about recording for 36 minutes. Like everything is just so crazy. And I really like could not have pictured this a year ago. I was so like, we were the most broke. We had kind of just sort of gone through like a really traumatic breakup with like the first woman we officially dated, who like low-key, that's a whole different story, dude, that I do not have to get into. But really, it was just like an older person who essentially took advantage of both of us. There was just a lot of stuff going on and a lot of growing that I had to do. And it's really amazing that content has kind of like allowed me to do so much emotional growth. I'm really grateful that I have such an amazing supportive partner. I truly do just feel like I'm fucking rambling. Oh my God, I don't know if anybody's gonna watch this. I'm so grateful to you if you do. If you like hearing me yap, I also want to hear you yap. Like, please use this space to like actually post comments. Like fuck it, I'm in this deep, whatever. I'm talking to you as if you are my audience who has already followed me on Facebook. If you haven't, hi, I'm Ava. I live in a bus. So far late into just introductions now, but it's fine, whatever. I have POS and endometriosis and PCOS and EDS and a positive attitude and a job that makes me disliked by many people. But it's okay, because I really, honestly, really love my life, and I'm so grateful for you being here. Where was I going starting this? I don't know. I truly don't. But like I have 1 billion Facebooks because all of the bots like made a billion Facebooks of me and were just stealing my stuff. So we lost out like on a ton of money, and now I have to pay companies to like take my stuff down. Like I'm a real creator, which is crazy because like I have like 200,000 or something stupid on one of my Instagrams, and it's like, what? Like I don't know. I'm grateful for my life and for people wanting to hear me speak, because like I don't know, I like knew that would be the most like lucrative part about my life. Of course, like people are always going to be into that, right? I just didn't realize like that other people would actually connect emotionally with like our journey and also like me as a person. So I just hope that these can make you feel like a little bit less lonely, and I'll probably do just like chatting after most of them. And I very much just like I request that you also chat, and this means, that's what I was saying, this means that I'll actually see your comments, because like sometimes Facebook gets super overwhelming and it's just a bunch of people like just going crazy, you know, and I love that. I'm so grateful for it. It just means that I like don't get to really see like real comments anymore. So like please use this space to tell me anything you want. Honestly, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. I think I'm gonna roll now, and then I'm gonna go back to the dispensary to get and see if that cute girl was still working there, and also what her name is, because I have a superstition that our girl is going to have an A name. Anyways, shoot your shot. I love you guys. Bye.